you have failed me for the last time.
And we're back with another Star Wars Force Arena video. Now, this is kind of cool. I finished all of the missions inside of the game, and so we're going to go over those. Plus, we're going to go over some questions that I've been seeing on Reddit. Hopefully, I can be helpful on how to defeat the Luke suicide decks, or if you're playing Rebels, how to defeat the ATST. There's just some really simple things, and I see these posts on Reddit and other forums, and I'm like, that's pretty easy. I got a quick answer for that. But first, let's just go over all the missions now. If you're a free-to-play player, this is a great way to build up one of the two factions, Rebel or Empire. Now, what I've seen on the top of the leaderboards is the people that are lower level, like level 9, and I'm level 12, and then there's other people that are level 15. The ones that are level 9 usually have focused on one or the other. So if you're going through these things here and it gives you a card selector for 50 common units, I would stick to one faction if you're going to be efficient in one. And I've primarily focused on Empire. So if I look at my Empire commons, 11, 12, 12, 12. But if I look at my Rebels, there are about 11. And that's because when I was going through these missions, there's tons of them in here that let you pick 50 and so on of a certain unit. And whatever one that you're doing more, either Empire or Rebel, stick to one of the other is my suggestion. It seems to be very good. So the first reward, of course, is Han Solo. Second one is Boba Fett, Lando Calrissian, Dengar. There we get a unique card pack selector, Ezra Bridger, Darth Vader, and then we start getting into the ones that came out when they released the game for the global launch. Baze Malbus, Grand Moff Tarkin, Captain Cassian, Andor, Callus, which is someone I'm very interested in right now. Seems very good. Sabine, also very interested in her. And Thrawn, and then the last one is a legendary card selector, which I selected Bosk to take him to 3, and he's the only one that I have at 3, and I don't know if I'll take him any higher. So, two things. A lot of people on the forums are asking about how to beat the suicide Luke, and it really comes down to one card only. The stun grenade basically can nullify Luke. Now, when he's stunned, he can't reflect blaster bolts, and you can just shoot him. And the strategy that I like the best is to actually clear off the units first and then kind of get Luke last. That way it takes him longer to respawn so you can attack his tower. And the other thing that a lot of people are asking is, how do you defeat the ATST Walker? And my goodness, this one card right here can absolutely just neutralize a 7 energy card for 3 energy. This is huge. Now, you have to place it before he targets onto the turret, but if you put it on the ground before that, he starts shooting at this, soaks up a lot of damage, and then you can shoot the ATS Walker down before he starts attacking your main turret. I have run into tons of problems with people using this auto blaster turret. A lot of times the game just ends up in a draw where they're basically effectively countering the main way that people are winning with Empire. Now, I've noticed a lot of people have also started using the light tank to kind of counter the turrets, and so on and so on and so on. And that's kind of how the meta works. Now, in the top 10 players, 9 out of the top 10 players are using Empire. So the case to be made whether Rebels or Empire is stronger, I don't know if I really want to get into that. But on paper, it certainly looks like the Rebel faction is stronger. And I've noticed that it's a little bit easier to play for me. And the Rebels requires more work. But a lot of the top players are, in fact, using Empire. And me as an Empire player, mostly, I welcome, a buff. Or at least to the cards that people aren't using. And up here at the top, the cards that I'm using is kind of what the current meta is for Empire. Yes, there's a lot of play of the grenade, or also the TIE strike right here. The TIE fighter seems to be very useful alternatives if you're not playing Bosk with IG-88. Now, the other thing, too, I've noticed that because my Bosk is level 2, and when I go up against someone that is level 15, he's not really taking out the units as well. Seems like IG-88 is getting weaker and weaker because their cards are getting stronger and stronger, and I'm not getting him to level 3 or level 4 to keep up with that. So this card might become obsolete unless I can get him higher in levels, like 3 or 4. And uniques seem to be the hardest thing in the game to get, because you can pretty much trade your legendaries for 1,000 and get a legendary that you want. Like, for example, I've got 5 out of 2 Palpatines, and I've kind of decided that I didn't really want to take Palpatine up to level 3. I think I'm just going to leave him alone, because I'm not sure how good he is. I know Bosk is good. I know Vader's good. I know Sabine's good. I'll probably end up upgrading Sabine. I've already got Lando at level 2. I don't think I want to take Lando to any higher. Anyways, I've made these decisions based on me playing and deciding which legendaries I want to go. So it's very easy to get other legendaries. I can just trade and get something else. I got Darth Vader. That's cool. But I really don't have a way of doing that with the uniques. It's just really expensive to trade 10 epics for 1 unique. You're going to get a random 1 in 20 unique. It might not even be the one you want. And then you don't have a way of trading uniques for uniques, or I wish they would do something different on that. So that's what's going on currently in the game. And the other thing, too, I wanted to talk about is I've been working on other deck ideas. And what I'm finding is that I'm very good at playing Bosk and IG-88 and not so good at other ones. And even if I'm using a good deck that is really solid and people are using, at Kyber it's very competitive because I'm coming up against level 14s, level 15s sometimes, and for me to play competitively and do better when I've got card disadvantage is very different than building a random deck like this Lando deck I've been trying to build and work on lately. I'm not able to beat those players that have a much higher card advantage. Now, if I have an even card advantage or if I have an advantage myself, yeah, that's not a problem. And so when I've been testing, I just tank my rating. My goodness, I went from 6,100, I think, down to like 5,300 in like an hour because they changed the point system where you can lose actually up to 50. And then if you're way ahead of them, you only get like 12. And it seems to be most important in the 2 versus 2 matchmaking. It seems like the most I'll get out of a 2 versus 2 matchmaking is 12 points. But if I queue solo, often I'm getting like 29 or 30 or something like that. But in 2 versus 2, it seems like I'm only getting 12. All right, let's just wrap up this video, and maybe we'll come across Luke. I think that might be a fun thing to watch. So we're going to queue up one match. It looks like I queued right away. All right, I played this guy a bunch. Han has a very unique play style, and the way that I win this batch is if he gets too aggressive and trying to drop his mines, I can stun and snare him, and that's just the way it sometimes goes. Let's see if he's playing with turrets. If he's playing with turrets, this could be a draw. I'll tell you that right now. All right, let's drop Sand Trooper way in the back. Okay, so he's already kind of rushing forward. Let's stun him and see if we can eliminate him right here. He's running away. May have wasted that stun. See, the way the stun works is that if I stun him and I kill him, then that's a good thing because, you know, I get 2 extra energy for killing him. Okay, so what I'm going to do is he put the mine down at the middle, so I'm probably going to go opposite lane. But if he drops something in the top lane, I'm going to drop the probe droid right on top of that. He's not reacting to that. All right, there we go. Let's drop the probe droid right on top of the mine. Hopefully it triggers. Nope, I missed. Didn't place it in the right spot. All right, let's see if we can stun him and just shoot him down. Here we go. There we go. And then we'll do snare. He's dead. Okay, we got to push opposite lane now. Let's see. We have to take care of that. Uh-oh. No, gunk droid. All right, he's not playing a turret, so that's good. All right, let's drop 88 there to take out the Marauders. Well, I only did about a quarter damage there. So we're just going to slow play this. Now, he's got a level 3. Han also. All right, what do you got going on top? Wookiee. Let's just take out the Wookiee real quick and then drop that down low. And then with snare the Han right there. Let's see if we can get another kill right here. Yep, we got another kill. So, unfortunately, I don't have a ton of energy. Boy, he could win this, actually. Look at how low my top tower is. Boy, he did a ton of damage up there. Placed the walker too early, but that's okay. I have a feeling I'm going to lose this. I made a mistake there. I didn't take out the Han quick enough. I didn't stun him fast enough. He's running away. Okay, let's drop Sand Trooper. Oh, let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can get another kill right here. Got him. All right. See, and now I'm not going to be able to get a good push out of this. Every time he dies, you know, it takes a second longer for him to respawn. But he's back pretty quickly, it looks like there. All right, he drops Chewbacca, which is kind of expensive, actually. Oh, no, I'm going to lose. Oh, great game, dude. Good game. So I'm going to have to take a tower right here. No, I lost. That's the way it goes. Usually I don't have a hard time. We'll look at this deck. It doesn't look like he has a significant card advantage. I mean, those guys right there are only 10. Maybe I could rush this bottom tower in the last 10 seconds. Let's see if I can just suicide it and extend this match. But I have a feeling even if I take this tower, it's not going to matter much because he's going to take my turret in response. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Let's look at his deck. Good game there, bro. So I'm working on a couple videos of different heroes. I'm very interested in Sabine and Callus and Lando. They seem to be very promising right now. Boy, I lost 30. And then his deck was similar. Wow, he's got a level 6 epic. So in some ways he has some card advantage there. That's really strong. A level 6 epic, my goodness. Level 8 rares, pretty strong. Level 11 commons is pretty normal, what I come across. I've seen 14s and things like that. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and keep on gaming.